Hi everyone, it's Deb. I am here for another collab. This one's called #BeCreative, and each month we have a theme. And this month the theme is renew. You know, it's that could mean many things to many different people. We're obviously coming into spring soon here, maybe not so obviously wherever you are, but spring is like a week or so away officially. I think it's March 20th will be spring, so that's not too far away. Anyway, so when I think of that, I think of, well, I already did daffodils, but I think of new flowers coming up. And right now in my yard, my daffodils have started to bloom, even though it's only 44 degrees out today, or will be, it's not yet. But also, if the rabbits and chipmunks and everything don't eat them before they can bloom, my tulips are coming up as well. So I don't know if I'll see any of them because last year they chewed them all down. I was so upset. But I do have some pretty pink ones, and I think I have some yellow and darker ones. Anyway, so I had this Stickabilities from the Paper Studio sticker set, flower and butterfly glitter. So I used, on one card I used a couple butterflies, and on another card I used a large tulip. And so let me just show you and then I'll explain. I did use this banner Pick-a-Punch, I think it's called. And on the first card I used this Just Jade gingham ribbon. This is what it's from. It's retired after the 2022 annual catalog. It was, yeah, it was part of a Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. So let me move this aside too. I am out of room, everybody. I don't know where to put anything. So here's the first card, and actually this tag had already been punched out of a paper pad. I'm going to tell you what this is in a minute. So I had a little scrap that had these butterflies on, and there's a punch, this butterfly duet punch that really I don't think goes with this paper, but this little butterfly pretty closely punched out these, and then these two I had to fussy cut. And the Hello Beautiful is out of the stamp set that goes with that, and I don't know what I did with it. I thought I had it right here. Oy, 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 oy. Anyway, I think it's called Butterfly Gala. Hang on. Hang on, here it is. Yes, this one. So here I used You've Been on My Mind. I just put the, okay, this is a piece of paper. This is retired paper. I am trying to use, I won't ever probably get around to using it up, but this is the paper, Butterfly Bijou. I think this actually goes with dies from a different butterfly set by Stampin' Up! Called Butterfly Brilliance. I'm not even sure of that, but I think that one looks, I really am not sure. But these go with the butterfly duet punch because they have the little one above it, thus the duet. I don't think this paper did. Maybe it went with a different set yet, but I am not sure. Anyway, I fussy cut a couple little butterflies out on that tag because the tag was already made and the other side had this. So that was the first thing. So this is a paper. It's actually the back of the one with all the butterflies on it. I thought it had the prettiest pattern. Almost looks like, you know, distress oxides or clouds even on parts of it. So I just thought that was really pretty. So I put two of the butterfly stickers. I just put them down flat. And these are two separate tulip stickers that I tucked in under here. And I bumped this up. And this, I actually used a little bit of Distress ink spun sugar with my blending brush, just lightly. I didn't do much on it. I actually used the tail end of the what I did from the next one. And this is a retired color, Just Jade, because that's what this color, I have a cat hair. Anyway, sorry. This is Just Jade. And then these are honeybee stamps. But let me bring the next card out. This is the last card I did with the stickers. These were 3 scraps from that same paper, again on Just Jade. This is the deckled rectangles dies from Stampin' Up. They, I think, are still current, and I believe it was this third from the center one here, and then on the inside I used the largest one actually to get that piece. And you can see I used the sponge sugar and went around the edges with the blending brush on both this piece and this piece to bring out a little bit of the pink. Now I kind of goofed, I think, because here I stamped in Rococo Rose because I thought this didn't look as bright a pink as this, but I should have used maybe Melon Mambo or Polished Pink, but I held them up to it and I didn't think they were the right colors. Anyway, these gems are this bright pink from Honeybee Stamps. I used these not long ago on something else. Perfect Petals gem stickers, and then here I used one of these octagons. I hadn't used very many of them, and I thought these would have gone too, but adhesive back hexagons, excuse me. And the colors in that were Just Jade, Blushing Bride, and Black, so I just used one there. And then for this, I actually bumped this up on scrapbook.com premium foam adhesive. Let me tell you, that stuff, once you put it down, don't even try pulling it up because you'll tear your paper. I tore mine a little bit, but it's on the back and it didn't show. I see I got it on crooked, so you can't lift it back up. And also, I used the same adhesive, and still this leans down a little bit. I used 2 glue dots on here because I wasn't sure if my glue would actually stick to the stickers, if you know, so I put one there and like one here, and then I put a strip of that same foam tape, but it's still got a little bend in it. And then I put a little butterfly there, and the inside you already saw. This one I just have a piece of that paper that got cut off from this edge over here. So that's my first set of projects. Because, and let me explain, butterflies to me mean change and renewal, as do the flowers coming up out of the ground. It's a new spring. It's a spring day coming soon, and it's a chance for us to think positive and change what we want to change in our life, if we can. You know, sometimes we can't. And then, if we can't immediately, maybe we want to renew our faith. And so I did a faith-based card, and this is using this retired stamp set called His Love. And I just used the cross and the word faith. This paper is from the New Horizons retired paper. It has this on the other side. This color is Fresh Freesia. And I also used these retired in color jewels in Fresh Freesia. Just 1, 2, 3. This is current Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. Love this stuff. Recommend it highly, because if you get 1 or 2 rolls of this, you can color them with your alcohol markers, which I chose not to do today because I wanted this to be pure-ish, you know, looking, the white. I did heat emboss. I used Versamark for this and retired Stampin' Up! Black. Well, I don't know if it's retired. It was retired as this pot, but maybe they still have black in the set they have now. I'm not sure. You'd have to look. Anyway, I used black embossing powder with Versamark, but on this, I stamped that on vellum, and the vellum was out of this pack called Lovely Layers, which is in the current annual catalog that goes through April 30th, basically, and it had some plain ones. So this one, I did not use Versamark. What I did is I stamped it using Gina K's amalgam ink, which is supposed to be it says heat set on non-porous surfaces, so I did. And then it says works with alcohol, markers, colored pencils, and watercolors. But what I did is I colored it with, I used my new Altenew alcohol markers, and I used only 3 colors, and they were, if I can get them out, these 3. Let's see if I can tell you. The numbers are, they're from the Spring Garden Valley or something like that kit, kit F. Is that right? Yes, F. So it's C003, which is Rubellite. I only use that in the middle parts and in between the yellow here. The yellow is Y316 Sunshine Valley marker set is what it says. Honey Drizzle Y316. Sorry. And this one, the purple, is what I did, the flowers, and I thought that went well with the fresh freesia. I do have fresh freesia too. This is R616 Raspberry. I colored it on the back of the, I'll just sit down here for now, on the back of the vellum. After I stamped, I stamped with the Gina K amalgam, but I did heat emboss. I put the black embossing powder over it while it was still wet, since it said you had to set it when it's wet on non-porous surfaces, which is vellum. So I just used my black embossing powder. I could have used clear also, but I used the black because I had it right here in my drawer. Anyway, and then I colored it on the back. And then I did use, to put it down onto, I used the layering ovals, which are retired Stampin' Up, both the regular and the scalloped that are in the same set. I use them a lot. And before I put all that down, I wrapped this ribbon around. And then I was going to do a fake bow, but I thought, I think I want a bow there. And I used this Easy Runner permanent vellum adhesive, scrapbook adhesives. I've had this for a while. I don't know where I got it. You can see the card is yellowing. Anyway, just look up permanent vellum adhesives. And all I did was I put a row here and across here. So it's stuck down behind the coloring and it's not showing that way. The embossing powder left a few marks, and I want to show you, I did another one that I did not heat emboss, so you can see the difference in the color. That's the same ink without heat embossing, without adding embossing powder. So isn't that beautiful? I just think it's gorgeous, and I love how it turned out. But that is another thing you could renew, is faith, and with Easter coming up, perfect timing as well, if you are of that mindset, and not everyone is, and that's fine, to each his own. But there's my projects for this channel for hashtag BeCreative Renew for the month of March. Please go check out Terry Jeanette at the Tapping Flamingo. She's the host, if I didn't mention that in the beginning. I probably didn't, because I'm bad that way. So sorry about that, Terry. And click on the hashtag and see everyone else who might be participating this month. It's an open collab, so join in when you can. And I also link her video explaining or giving what the monthly titles are. And let's see, for next month, which is April 13th, and you can post any time on day. April is grow. So yeah, I guess you can take that a few different ways too. All right, everyone, forgive my messy mat, and that's all for now. I will talk to you again very soon. Have a great day. Bye.